Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about a Brooklyn rapper by the name of 22 G's. Now, I've talked about 22 G's a lot, you know what I mean? He's been doing a lot out in the rap game as far as Brooklyn drill is concerned. At one time, he was signed to Kodak Black's Sniper Gang. I don't know where that went. But he was putting on for where he comes from and what they represent, man. Now, for those of you who follow Brooklyn drill rap, you understand exactly what I'm getting at, man. You know about the Blickies and you know what's up with all that, you know what I mean? Now, 22 G's is in the news today because he was allegedly involved in a shooting that left one person telling the story that 22 G's tried to take his life. And as a result of that, 22 G's has been hit with an attempted murder charge, along with several other charges, man. And he ended up getting locked up at the airport. What's up with rappers getting locked up at the airport, man? Soon as they touch down, the police be sitting there waiting on them, put them in the handcuffs, and they got to go through all that embarrassment, right? Well, it looks like this thing is going to play out crazy for 22 G's, but the story of what allegedly happened is even crazier. Now, before we get to the specifics and break down this whole deal, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about 22 G's just a little bit, man. Now, everybody, hopefully you hit that subscribe button. We on that grind, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now, 22 G's. Now, I'm going to be referencing this story from the New York Post, where in the headline it says this. It says, Brooklyn drill rapper charged with attempted murder after landing in NYC. So you can deduce from that, Brooklyn drill rapper, 22 G's, man, is hit with an attempted murder charge after landing back in his hometown of New York, right? Now, the story starts off by saying this. It says, a Brooklyn-based drill rapper was arrested after landing at JFK Airport Sunday morning, and later charged with attempted murder in connection to a March shooting, police sources said. Now, I'm not sure how long 22 G's was out of town. Maybe he was on the road doing shows. Maybe he was on the road doing promo. He could have been doing anything. But as soon as he came back in town, it looks like they swooped him up at JFK, man, famously, right? Now, what's crazy is this shooting goes back to March. So I'm assuming March of this year. So it looks like, man, they've been sitting, waiting, and maybe just put the case together now. And they, have 22 G's as one of the suspects. But you'll later learn that, man, somebody is pointing to 22 G's and saying that he was involved in this shooting. Now, the story says this also. It says, rapper 22 G's, whose real name is Jeffrey Mark Alexander, faces charges from a March 6th early morning shooting inside a Marine Park, Brooklyn party hall, where 31-year-old man suffered a gunshot wound to his left foot, the NYPD said. Now, if he got shot in the left foot, how's that attempted murder? I mean, okay, I need to know more of this story. Maybe because it's New York, they went heavy with the charges, And I guess if you use a weapon anytime, it's attempted murder, right? I don't know, man. It gets confusing depending on what state it's in. Because in some states, you might catch like an aggravated. There's all sorts of different variations of this. But obviously they thought it was, they needed to charge him with attempted murder for shooting this guy in the foot, allegedly. You know what I mean? Now, the victim, who had provided a description of the suspect before he was transported to Brookdale University Hospital for treatment, sources say. So it sounds like the victim, the person who got shot in this situation, he gave a description of what the person looked like that shot him, but probably didn't give up a name or anything like that. And he was like, yo, man, this is what the person looked like. And to be real, 22 G's, he stands out because of the, the braids that he has, that he always wears. And he has like the little things that he paws that hang off the braids or whatever. I don't want to call them barrettes, but that's what they look like to me. It's little, I don't know what to call them, man. But he's very distinguishable, man. Plus, he got the gold grill. You know what I'm saying? I know in Brooklyn, a lot of people used to wear gold grills back in the day. But, it's not as common as it used to be back in the day. You know what I mean? Now, it also goes on to say this. The 24-year-old rapper was also charged with second-degree assault, 2 counts of second-degree criminal possession of a weapon, and first-degree reckless endangerment. So they're saying, okay, he's got the second-degree assault, 2 counts of second-degree criminal possession of a weapon, and first-degree reckless endangerment. So all that could be attributed to that one shooting. You know what I mean? Like, one of these charges is going to overtake the other, and it just sounds like they throwing a lot at him, and eventually he's going to have to plead out to something of the lesser. That's what it sounds like right now. I mean, y'all tell me in the comments. Now, it also says he was arraigned in Brooklyn Supreme Court on Monday night, and his bail was set at $500,000, which he was expected to post with the help of a bondsman to the Star's Ira Jolson, sources say. So I guess this Ira Jolson is like the bondsman to the Stars. That's a weird title. Hip hop be coming up with all sorts of different careers, man, and stuff that people can make a living for, or be known for, or go viral for. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, and I'm not hating on that dude's hustle. If that's the guy that they go to, man, to get bonded out, it's all right. You know what I mean? Now, the story ends by saying a couple things. It says, back in 2017, 22 G's, then 19 years old, was accused of killing a man over a parking spot fight in Miami Beach, though prosecutors later dropped the charges after he was in jail for several months, according to the local 10 News. Now, that's wild, man. So at 19, he was accused of killing somebody over a parking spot? And that means that, man, 22 G's, man, he's been talked about a long time, man. He's been in the talks for a long, long time. I'm talking about, like, back when he was supposed to sign to Kodak Black. I don't know. Is he still signed to Sniper Gang? It's weird because I still see all those pictures out there with him and Kodak Black hanging together or whatnot, but I don't see him in his circle as much as he used to be real with you. You know what I mean? Now, it also says this. In 2018, he was charged with criminal possession of a weapon, criminal possession of a substance, and criminal trespassing after he was found with a large quantity of that same substance and a taser in a Brooklyn basement, according to police sources. It's unclear if he was found guilty of those charges. So it looks like, man, they're saying he's got a hefty rap sheet. You know what I mean? Even though in the 2017 case where he allegedly shot and killed somebody over a parking spot, he wasn't found guilty and the charges were later dropped. It looks like they have this 2018 arrest where it seemed like he was trying to get his hands on a weapon as well, and he wasn't supposed to have it. And now we've got this situation today, you know what I'm saying, where he had to post that $500,000 bond. So I'm assuming it's going to be like 10%, right, that $50K. And hopefully, 22 G's has that. We'll see how that works out for him. But, man, this is a crazy story, and I'm pretty sure the case that follows this is going to be even crazier. But what do y'all think? 22 G's is essentially being, been arrested and charged with shooting some guy in the foot. Do you think they're going to throw the book at him and he's going away for a long time? And with that, how are they going to prove that he shot the person if they don't have the weapon? Or do they have the weapon? Is that a possibility as well? We'll see how this plays out in court. But, just on the surface, it seems like, number one, they got to prove it was 22 G's. Number two, they got to prove and find a weapon. And number three, you never know what happens in between all of that time. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this out content. And we out of here. Peace.